Welcome to Hospitality Storytelling, where every week we share with you tips of how you could level up your copywriting. And today is going to be no different. We have an exciting topic for you. But before I get into that, I want to take a minute to thank our sponsors of this episode. First and foremost, I would like to thank CJL Visuals Graphic Design Agency, our graphic design sponsor. That's the person that is doing all of our graphics that you will be seeing on social media. So if you want to get more about your graphics, you need to check them out. Check them out on Facebook. I will also share a link to their websites. If you want to get graphics, you need to go and check them out. Then we have Vivid Consultancy Group. They are our technology sponsor, and they are sponsoring a free hospitality website. So at the end of this seminar, and today is our final episode for this series. So you got to go to the page winhospitalitytools.com for you to win a free hospitality website. Let me show you the link. So if you simply go to this website, which is winhospitalitytools.com. You will be able to enter. There are several ways to enter. You could enter via YouTube, Facebook, and you could enter every day. But it's limited now. If you haven't entered already, you only have a few more days. Before our next episode, we will be selecting our winner. So get there now for your chance to win a free hospitality website. Our third sponsor is none other than our host that is joining us for today's episode. Latoyaa is going to be sponsoring 3 series of mentorship to help you level up your writing. That's a value of $750. That's not TT dollars, that's US dollars. So you got to take advantage of it. How do you win this? You'd simply need to go to Latoya's Facebook page, and I will share that in the description now for you. So just go to Latoya's Facebook page. That is LRTS Media. So you need to go, that's LRTS Media and Business Solutions. You will see one of our live. Just click on it and you could simply place the hashtag LRTS Media. Just place that below the post. That's it. It's that simple. And you will get a chance to win that consultation session so that Latoyaa could help you level up your business. So this time I'm going to invite Latoyaa to join me in studio so that we could recap our 3 weeks of copywriting tips. How are you doing, Latoyaa?
I'm doing good. A bit bittersweet because this is the last episode this evening.
It happened so quickly and we covered so much content. But just in case you missed it, you could go back to Latoya's page and view the full series. You could also go to the Hospitality Tools Facebook page or the YouTube link and watch the entire series. So you're not totally out of it, but you probably missed the opportunity to ask our questions. But there's always a chance. So you could go back to the group. If you join the Facebook group, it's an excellent way to connect with us so that you could ask each other's question. Thankfully, Latoyaa is still in the Facebook group. So even though the series have ended, if you have a copyright question and you ask it in the group, I'm sure Latoyaa is kind enough to share some tips that will be valuable to you. So all you got to do is go to the Facebook group, Hospitality Tools. You'll need to join. And once you've entered your information, you will get entered into the inner circle where you could ask more questions like that. Well, Latoyaa, I want to take an opportunity to do a quick recap of all the wonderful topics we've touched. And we can't touch everything. We're just going to give that main idea that comes out of that for us. But you got to watch the entire thing. So the first topic we touched, Latoyaa, was content is king. For me, one of my main idea here is you got to know who you're trying to target, because it can increase your margins. And we all want to do that. We have a limited budget, so we don't want to be wasting our money. What about you, Latoyaa?
I think the best thing is just to remember that everyone have a story to tell, so you just need to go for it. Don't think too much about it. Just share that experience with others.
Lovely. Our second episode, we touched on hospitality storytelling, your passion. For me, my main idea here is writing about what you love allows you to be authentic and unique in your delivery. You don't want to be like everyone else. This is an excellent opportunity for you to infuse your unique perspective and make it your own. What about you, Latoya?
I think that was a really good one. And for us, I also spoke about brand voice. And for me, you need to be able to know how you speak to your customers. And when you decide whatever is that brand voice, be consistent with it. That's a good take home lesson.
Excellent. Our third episode, we did hospitality storytelling. The guest is the hero. And I just love this because I love hero story. My main point here was just to answer specific question. Help the hero find their answer. Most persons don't end up on your page by accident. They're probably there because they were trying to find an answer to something. So help them get that answer quickly, answer specific questions. And for you, Latoya?
Well, guest view definitely matters. They're going to tell a story about your business. You need to listen to them.
Excellent. Our topic for today is marketing is queen. We started out saying content is king, and it's an excellent way to close out. So I'm going to share some ideas with you as it relates to this, and Latoya is going to come and close it out at the end. Latoya, I will see you soon. So as it relates to marketing is queen, what I want to talk about is how do you promote your content? After you've created all your quality content, you need to get it out into the world. Persons need to see it. You just don't want to write that wonderful content. Your website is there and no one is seeing it. So I'm just going to share with you three main strategies for you to promote your content. The first thing you want to consider that you have two decisions to make. You need to understand your brand. You need to understand your brand message. And Latoya spoke a lot about this in our second episode. Knowing this is going to determine what you're going to say to your customers. The second thing is your key target market. You got to know who you're targeting. You don't have all the money in the world. So you want to make sure that you could use your money and get the best bang for your buck. So know your target market. So the first strategy I want to share with you is Google My Business. Do you know Google actually offers you an opportunity to list your business for free? So if you have any type of business that have a physical location, you need to be listed on Google My Business. What are some of the advantages here? You could make the best out of the near me searches. A lot of people that are searching for things, the first thing Google does is look at your location and suggest what are places that are near you. If you're listed on Google My Business, this is just free marketing. You got to do nothing else but just list your business, indicate where's your location, do a nice write-up about who you are, link to your website, your social media pages, give your prices and so on. And Google is going to display this information for you because that's who Google is. They want to be able to answer questions. So you got to make sure you're listed. The second thing is you could boost conversion by your reviews. When you go to a property and you're leaving, you notice Google might send you a suggestion or ask you, what was your experience like when you were at this place? And it's a bit eerie. You know, you wonder, are these people tracking me? Yes, they are. That's how they make money. If you have a phone and you're using the service, they're probably tracking you to see where you went to and so forth so that they could use this data. But we all use it anyway. So you got to decide what you're going to do. So you're going to be able to use those reviews to get conversions because people are going to be reading the reviews and seeing, hey, this is a great place to be. If you're not doing this already, you need to go and answer those reviews. Answer every single review. Even if it is bad or good, go back to it. If they said a good review, thank them for it. If it was a bad review, try to figure out what went wrong. Maybe apologize if it's something that really went wrong or give a true reasoning. But don't avoid it. Don't delete it. Embrace it because I always find some of your best opportunities come from turning around a bad situation and making it your own. The third thing here, it's free. You have no reason why not to list your business on Google. It's like free marketing. So make use of it. The second thing is your search engine optimization. This always seemed like such a technical thing. It might appear like that, but it's becoming easier and easier. People are spamming you left, right, and center, telling you how I could make your page rank number one on Google and so on. You know, a lot of those things are gimmicks if you're not invested in doing it right. Many of these things you could do yourself. Here's a few things you want to consider to get this done right. Number one, consider what's your keyword. You have to know what are the words person are going to be searching for your business. If you're going to be a luxury hotel, if you're going to be some sort of restaurant, are you simply a casual restaurant? Then you want to make sure the words that connects with your business, you are able to put it as part of the keywords within your website. And there's a lot of free tools that allows you to do this. One of my favorite tools is Rank Math. It's an SEO software that allows you to put in your keywords and it automatically lists it on Google or Bing or Yahoo, all of the other major search engines so that you could list. There are others like Yoast SEO and so forth. I've just found that Rank Math in the free version, you get most of the things that you would need. If you want more information about that, you could go to my YouTube channel and you will see some information of how you could use some of these SEO tools. In addition to that, useful content. You want to be able to answer specific questions. And you will hear me saying this over and over because it's one of the things that you just have to do. If you're able to understand what people are trying to find and you put those answers out there, it's the best way for you just to get organic traffic to your website. And once customers are there, it's up to you now to simply convert those customers into paying customers. Last but not least, make sure your website is loading fast. Google have imposed a few things called core vital tools that is really checking to ensure that, for one thing, your website is loading under 3 or 2 seconds. And a lot of the reasons for this is maybe you just have a poor host. You want to make sure you have a great hosting company. If you're not on a great hosting company, there's always opportunities for you to switch. Most hosting companies give you a discount for your first year, 2 or 3. So check into that, because if your customers are taking more than 3 to 5 seconds to load your website, they're going to bounce. They're going to go elsewhere. So you want to make sure that your website is loading fast. And some of the other things will tie into that as it relates to making sure your website is clean, make sure it's neat, make sure it's not hard for you to get around, and that you have clear call to actions. But I'm not going to give away that because Latoyaa is going to talk more about that in her session. And you can't go wrong by leveraging Facebook. Facebook is one of the most popular social media platform. So you really got to take advantage of that. So what are some things you should consider if you're going to be marketing on Facebook? Have a content strategy. Don't just wake up every other day and decide, I'm going to post this today or post that tomorrow. Sit down and consider, what are your pillars? What are the things that matters to your organization? Is it that you want to be someone that connects with females? Do you want to connect with business owners? Do you want to connect with pet lovers? Who they are? What is your core value? Are you interested in the environment or so on? So then from those content pillars that you have, you would want to then develop a strategy. From that strategy, you want to determine how frequently are you going to be posting? Are you going to be posting every day? Are you going to be posting Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays? Whatever it is, you want to be consistent. Don't start this week and post every day and then take a break for 2 weeks and then decide I'm going to post every day. It will confuse your audience. It's much better if you think you could post once a week, then it's better that you do that. It's like watching a series. You know it plays on Monday every week. If the director decides, you know what, this week I'm not going to play it on Monday, I'm going to play it on Tuesday, we're going to have a problem. So be consistent. Number 2, look at your organic strategy as it relates to getting more traffic on your Facebook page. And there's a lot of ways you could do this. Put your Facebook link in your email, maybe connect it on your website. So when people are there, they could really connect to it. Look at the different ways and how you could share your content. Ask your guests if they would like to be featured on your page, and maybe reward them, have contests. And a lot of guests don't mind sharing their experience, especially if they had a great time at your hotel, and answer those questions. Make sure to tag them if they're comfortable with that. But as much as possible, get their permissions. And as long as they're able to, as long as they want to share their information, definitely take advantage of that, where people are able to then share their experiences, their friends and family sees it, and that just becomes an organic way of getting more traffic to your Facebook page, which should lead them to your website to get more bookings for your particular service. The third one is paid advertising. Right now, it's one of the best time to take advantage of paid advertising. A lot of persons are not advertising because of what might be happening in their parts of the world. Maybe they're still going through different lockdown and so forth. So during that time, it's easier for you to bid to get the visibility of those persons that are online. So now is the best time for you to get your brand recognition out there because your cost per click is going to be less. The good thing with paid advertising as it relates to Facebook is that you could target your audience. You don't just have to go out there and just wide market. You could decide, depending on your target audience, who do you want to see this ad? Is it a business owner? Is it somebody that is into entertainment or sports? Depending on what type of niche you're in, you could decide on the target audience. What age group do you want to advertise to? You have this granular control to ensure that when you advertise to this audience, they are interested in the type of service you're offering. In addition to that, you're able to track your success. Facebook gives you options like pixels. It's a service that you could add to your website that it could decide and it could track what is happening on the website. So when they see the ad, it will be able to see how much persons clicked on that ad, went to the website, and then booked. So then you could see if this ad is working or you need to change it. So you don't have to go through a guessing game. As well as because Instagram and Facebook is now part of the same group of companies, when you advertise on Facebook, you could decide to show that same ad on Instagram and leverage the traffic on both platforms. Excellent opportunity for you to take advantage of both of the platforms' traffic. So remember, marketing is truly queen here. You took the time to create the content, you need to make sure you get it out there. So Latoyaa, I kind of lean into one of your topic because I was talking about having quality call to actions. And I know I peeked into some of your slides and you're going to be leading our audience into a key topic as it relates to marketing is queen. So I'm going to take it over to you, Latoyaa.
Thanks so much, Josh. So definitely a good way to end this series is really talking about call to action because that is really where you want your business to go. How to write with a converting call to action mean that people need to do something after they've seen your images, after they've interacted with your website, after they have scrolled through your Facebook page or your Instagram page. What happens next? So this is what we're going to be talking about at this time. So the first thing is, what is a call to action? People talk about CTA a lot, but what is that? Do you really know what it is? Anyone? So a lot of people think that it's just anything that happens, but really and truly a call to action has to do with marketing, and it has to do with either having an image or a button or a text that really prompts somebody to do a specific activity. So I have this meme here. It looks like a link, but does it really say click here? Sometimes when people on your page, they don't know what next to do. They know they have to scroll down, if to click, if to ask a question, if to call, if to type something. You want to make sure and have some kind of action element on your website or on your Facebook page so that when persons are interacting with it, they know what to do next. So never be like this, where you're staring at a page whole day and you don't know what next to do with it. And is it effective? Your call to action definitely needs to be stronger. It needs to be something that can really help people do activities on your page. So if you have a page and nobody's clicking, nobody's calling, nobody's replying, then you need to check your action words and you need to check the labels that you associate with the call to action on your page. And here are some examples for you. So for example, if you're into e-commerce, then you will use words like buy, shop, order, reserve, etc. Also, if you're into getting persons to subscribe or building a subscription list, then you asking persons to sign up or try. If you have a non-profit business, because different words might associate with a different type of business that you have, you will see keywords like support or adopt or volunteer. Definitely, if you have like a weekly email marketing newsletter or something like that, or you want somebody to sign up for a subscription, you might use words like join or refer. If you're into sales and promotions, you may have download this or get a freebie or get or claim this, etc. If you're using coupons. And just generally some of the keywords that you can use on your sites are learn more, see how, start, find out more, click this, swipe up, swipe down, continue next. Those are keywords that you can use on your platforms to ensure that there's some kind of activeness going on with the consumer when they're interacting with your content. So these are good examples, and these are some of the work that I do for my clients and also some of my personal businesses. So just to give you key examples, with this meme, there's a contact us today and there's a number. There's also an email address. You can send the email there, or there's a website and it's hyperlinked. So you can click to go to that website in the first image. And then in the second image, again, it talks about getting a free quote by calling a number or sending an email, etc. And also it has key hashtags that can help within your search when you're searching for a product, etc. These are other good ones. Again, there's register here now in the first screen, and then there's a hyperlink where you can register. Lastly, if this person is doing a photo shoot and you want to book something, there's a contact us number, so you know that you can reach out to get the information that you need, etc. And also on Facebook, there are tags that you can use. So for example, on the first image, there's a call now link. There's a button that you can click call now, and it leads you to the phone number to call. So sometimes you can have the phone number directly within the copy of the post, or you could use the buttons associated with social media platform that you're using, and persons will click that button and it will lead you onto a third-party site or wherever external to complete the action. Continuing again, this is an example of a website, which is actually my business website. And on the home tab, there is a book or services today, and there's a link that you can click that leads you onto that action that you're engaged in. So all of these are different examples. There are maybe over 2,000 different ways in which you can do call to action on your social media pages, on your website. Even if you're sending a WhatsApp message to somebody, you frame it so there's a call to action with that WhatsApp message. And that way it really helps with conversion. Again, I want to emphasize, you don't want people scrolling on your website, scrolling on your social media page, and there's no action or conversion that the customer needs to do that drives them towards buying your product or your service. So call to action is really important. You can have the nicest website, the coolest Facebook page, but if you're not getting any purchase or any sales because there's no action, there's no follow-up action or activity that somebody is doing, then sorry to say, you're wasting your time and your resources. Make sure though that you choose the right call to action that fits your brand. And I just want to show you an example. So if you're selling cars, you can't be talking about tenderness because maybe you're selling cars and you want to talk about sporty things. If you're into human rights stuff, then you want to choose the right word that appeals to that. If you're selling cars, you might want to talk about luxury or convenience or ease of transport, and that might be suitable for what you're selling at the point in time. So for example, I looked at this poster and, Macy's had this Father's Day sale. So there's a lot going on. There's free shipping. There's the extra 20% off. There's a shop now tab. But the first hyperlink that I noticed was woman. So I'm like, if it's a Father's Day sale, why is the first hyperlink to click woman? It should probably be men. So that was probably like an error that they made. Also, if I'm thinking about Father's Day sale, I'm not too sure if I would have kept a hyperlink for bed and bath or kitchen. I don't know how many of the male clientele might really go for that. So when you're crafting your call to action, make sure you have the right hyperlinks, make sure you have the right labels, the right tags, the right buttons, so you don't confuse the customer. And bonus tip, when you're doing A/B testing, and that has to do a lot with marketing, when you're doing your marketing on the different social media platforms, they tell you almost 30% of the A/B test, they really focus on the call to action that is associated with that post. That is really how it really works. So if you have a really good call to action, when you do the post, that one might present itself being more feasible in terms of customers clicking or interacting or turning over, rather than if you didn't have a post with it. The second thing people look for, I guess, is usually your headlines, whatever headlines or title or word that you use. And they said, layout goes for about 10%, and then the overall website copy goes for about 8%. So at the end of the day, you know what? Your call to action is really a really critical factor in whatever copy for whatever social media or website posting you're going to do. You want to make sure you have the right call to action embedded in that. And I'll just like to close off by telling you, the more you grow with your business though, and you build that customer brand loyalty and you're speaking to the customer understand what you sell and what you have to offer, they will rely less on call to action and the ads because they know what you have to offer. It just means once somebody becomes familiar with your website, they know where to find the information. They know how to move around your pages and they know how to get the product that they need to get done. And once you keep doing your call to action well, eventually your customers will be so familiar with you that they will rely less on that and really just understand the product or the service that you're offering. And they will be repeat consumers. So lastly, this has been a really good 4-week session and it has been fun interacting with you so much. You're free to check me out at LRT's Media and Business Solution on many of the platforms. So if you do need help, as we said, we have a promotion out. So I look forward to probably working with one lucky person towards crafting their copywriting and their content branding for their platform, whichever platform that is. Back to you, Josh.
Excellent job, Latoyaa. You always bring it every time. There's been so much content that you have shared. And I want to just share in the comment for those persons that saw your contact and may be wondering, I want to just click on one of those. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share. Let me just put it up on the screen one more time for those persons that might have missed it. You could simply go to Latoya's Facebook page, and I'm sure from there you could connect to most of her contact information. So that is facebook.com/LRTS media. So definitely connect with Latoyaa. She's going to be giving away some consultancy. Latoyaa, just tell us about that very quickly so that they would know how they could win this.
So by following my page, definitely going on to LRT's Media on Facebook, use the hashtag LRT's Media below the streaming of the webinar series that we had. One lucky person will win 3 hours of consultation. It could be simultaneously or it could be separate, where we discuss your messaging, your content branding, and we really work on strategies towards developing and growing your business, ensuring that you reach the correct audience and you really have the right voice in which you're marketing.
Excellent. In addition to that, Vivid Consultancy Group is also going to be giving away a fully managed hospitality website. All you got to do is go to winhospitalitytools.com. That's winhospitalitytools.com. You can come to the page and there are several ways for you to enter. Every day you enter, you get another opportunity to win. We will be selecting the next winner in the next episode. So you have a few days for you to enter, depending on when you are watching this. Hope you're watching it before the draw as well. In addition to that, I want to take an opportunity to thank our graphic design agency, that is CGL Visuals, who is our graphic design sponsor. So if you want to get some quality graphics done, then you can simply go to their website, that is cglvisuals.com, for you to get your next graphic booked. It might be a motion graphic, a product photography, or some social media graphic that you want for your social media page or website. Last but not least, if you want to connect with us, you need to go and join the Facebook group. So that is Hospitality Tools Facebook group. But if you want to get the next webinars, you want to get reminded about when we're going to be updating our new series or so forth, then you got to join the webinar series. And you could join the webinar series by simply go to joshuaostewart.com/webinar. That's joshuaostewart.com/webinar. And you could scroll down on the page. You will see the different episodes that we're doing, as well as this will keep updating to the live webinars that we are doing. So whenever you come to this page, it will be updated. Just come to the bottom of the page, enter your email and your name and register. And we will send you quality content as relates to summarized version of the content, and some of the links that we shared in the webinar, we will update you on a weekly basis. Latoyaa, it has been so much fun. I can't believe it's 4 weeks have gone already. I want to thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. There is so much information that you have unpacked. I will do my best to continue to share it with the others. And as they want to get more advice, they could definitely connect with you. Any last word before we close out?
I just like to encourage persons, don't be too worried about marketing and building the brand for your business. I know it sounds like a lot and we have covered a lot, but I think once you're intimate with your business and you have that passion, eventually certain things come naturally. You will know the look and feel that you want for your business. You will understand the voice that you speak to your customers in your business. And then just with a little bit of tip and training, you will get there. And it's always an ongoing and learning process. So day by day, continue to grow with your business as you continue to succeed.
Excellent. I couldn't add anything else to that. So I want you to just enjoy your evening, continue to observe the content. If you haven't liked our page, do that. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube page, definitely click that notification bell as well. So when we go live, you will be notified. We'll see you in the next one.